My journey to Islam has been the best thing in my life, Alhamdulillah. Prior to Islam, I was lost. I did not have anywhere I belonged. I grew up in a Catholic family and my parents were deep into Catholicism. We used to go to church, but most of the time it was only because I was born in a Christian family. Going to church was a part of family tradition, but then growing up, I kept feeling less and less close to Christianity. I truly did not understand anything anymore. Nothing really made sense. I started losing faith, avoided going to church, and I turned agnostic. I spent years without religion. I was constantly depressed. My life was terrible. One day I was talking to a friend about how sad I always feel. No matter what happens, whether good or bad, I feel lost and my life doesn't have meaning anymore. I said I was getting addicted to alcohol because I feel alcohol as my only escape. I wanted to heal but did not know how. So she looked at me and told, I know what you need. You need Allah. I got confused. I told, I don't want to belong anywhere for now. But she insisted me to read the Quran. At first, I listened to the Quran recitation from Arabic to English, and I gotta say, it really made a lot of difference in my life. Alhamdulillah. I downloaded the Quran app and started listening to the Quran during the night and also in the middle of the night when I wake up. All the nightmare I used to have started going away. The more I kept listening to the Quran, the more I was being at peace. The more I researched about Islam, the more I was loving Islam. That was definitely very comforting. After some time, I took my Shahada, but because of missing out on people who could guide me in Islam, I deviated from the right path. I was in depression again, and this time it was worse. I was getting suicidal day after day. One day, I wrote a suicide note, and I was all prepared to take away my life. But a friend of mine found it and tried to convince me that there's always a good side of life. He said, there are people who will always love me and never give up on me. He advised me to pray and trust Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The way he explained literally hit the right chord of my heart. Later I prayed and pleaded Allah for guidance, and I promised myself that this time I'm going to be serious about praying, and decided to practice Islam with all my heart and soul. I began learning about Islam again with help of few friends, and after a few months of learning practicing Islam, my life was really changing and I was getting happier day by day. I felt all my worries simply vanished. I decided to take my Shahada again because I felt the need for it. After I converted, I had been more happier, more hopeful, and more prayerful. I remember the first time I prayed, it was a whole new me. I felt like a heavy stone falling off me. I remember how at peace I felt and how blessed I was to find my way to Allah. The first time I held the Quran, I cried. I felt peace. I felt the happiness I never felt before. Alhamdulillah, that was the best day of my life. To non-Muslims or new Muslims, I want to say that Islam will bring you back to life in a way you won't understand. It gives you peace and happiness you can't find anywhere. If you really want to revert, trust me, that will be the best decision of your life. Though you might not see it now, Islam will change your life in a way you won't understand.